4 years ago, we walked into this building on the first day of freshman year. With our backpacks full of pens and pencils, wearing our freshly ironed polos, and sticking close to our grade school friends, we walked up the front porch steps, not really knowing what to expect.
We didn't know how many art projects we would complete,
how many musical pieces we would master,
or how many trees we would kill writing papers for Mr. Schweitzer.
We didn't know how many times Mrs. Posey would remind us to remain quiet in the library,
or how many nights we would spend cheering on our favorite sports teams,
or how many days Moms would say to us, "Don't forget your milk now, honey."
We didn't know these things on the first day, but they soon came to be the only things we did know. For 4 years now, we have walked the halls of Gibault together, making this our home and setting the foundation for the rest of our lives.
and now we finally made it. For some of us, these past few years seem to have passed by in the blink of an eye. For others, there have been a countdown on their phones until this day for the past 9 months. Whatever the case, we're here. For this accomplishment, we have many people to thank.
Perhaps the greatest reason we stand here today is because of the support of our parents. All of our parents recognize the value of a Catholic education and made sacrifices to provide us with these great opportunities. I would like to specifically thank my own parents for making me into the person I am today. While riding in the tractor with my dad for countless hours, while sitting in church with my family every Sunday, and while hearing my mom cheering from the bleachers as I stand in the batter's box, I have learned hard work, faithfulness, and selflessness. We have each learned similar values from our parents, and now that we are graduating, it may seem like our parents' jobs are over. However, now is when our parents' most important job begins. This period of our lives is such a crucial time, and we have so much to learn from our parents' experiences.
So, moms and dads, prepare yourselves for those 2 a.m. phone calls when we're crying our eyes out because we feel lost.
Prepare yourselves for the massive house of laundry we'll bring home from college. We will get it washed at home.
And finally, prepare yourselves for questions of advice and searches for encouragement as we set out on our own these next few months.
As Kristen stated, our parents have inspired us to achieve. However, they are not the only ones who helped us along the way. Every day we entered school, and we were greeted by our teachers. Throughout our school day to our extracurriculars, our teachers put in a lot of time and effort. From chemistry with Mrs. Fish to Scholar Bowl with Sister Elaine and Mrs. Hurst, we learned new skills and new life lessons. Although we may not always have agreed with everything the teachers and faculty said, we worked things out, which taught us new and valuable lessons. However, for the times when school was overwhelming and we felt that everyone was against us, we leaned on God, because God is always there. Being at Gibault has taught us that God is ever present in our lives, and when things do get tough, He will guide us through the rough times. He gives us people to help us, from our parents to our teachers, and to, of course, our classmates.
Through these past few years, we have grown to become a family. We have sat in the cafeteria together, swapping stories about our weekends. We have stood on the bleachers together, cheering for our classmates on the sports field. We have sat in the hallways together, cramming before our final exams. Together, we have shared so many unforgettable experiences. Through tears and laughter, we have formed great friendships that have brought us here today. As one of my good friends recently said, once we leave Gibault, we aren't going to remember every single lecture or math equation once drilled into our minds, but rather the people we have met and the relationships we have formed.
Even in a school as small as Gibault, we all have had quite different backgrounds. Yeah, we came to Gibault completely different than we are now, and all the same, we'll leave quite different. Gibault is the one thing that really united us for the last 4 years, and as such, we will take it along with us for the rest of our lives.
We may be in an art museum and have distant shouts from Beth echoing in the backs of our minds.
Or we may be in a history museum, and our hands may begin to cramp a little from taking notes in history class.
All the same, Gibault will always be a part of us, and a significant part. As we move out into college, or into the workforce, we'll have to embrace more and more who we are. Society will try to define us and make us complacent. But I don't mean complacency in terms of laziness, but complacency in terms of our faith. It's written in Proverbs that the complacency of fools will destroy them. So we must be ourselves, but at the same time, use the good that we have learned since being freshmen, from our friends, families, and so on. We have heard Gibault's message time after time, but even though we may cease to hear it any longer, let the good we have picked up continue to shine through in who we are, to define who we are, and what we can become, unhindered by the world.
Thank you.